Hello, chaotic fans and YouTube watchers. Q-Rex here. I'm back with another chaotic deck profile. Chaotic Mipedian Warbeast Strike Deck 2.0. Like my Underworld deck, I've upgraded it to 15 creatures, battle gear, and music with the same 10 locations and attack cards. Taking some cards out, put some new ones in. So I'll get right to it. Start with the attack cards. Funnel Blast, Velocitrap, Sand Strike, and I'm setting it like this so you don't know my strategies. Whirling Whale, my strongest attack of this deck. Air Assault, Sediment Storm Shield, Sunderground, really cool name. Sand Strike, Slow Sand, Earth Pulse. We got another Funnel Blast, Atmosphere, since this is, my Mipedians will also have invisibility, but it's mainly a Warbeast deck. Hurricane, Ares, if that's how you say it. Another Air Assault, deal some good damage. Another Earth Pulse. Another Sediment Storm Shield. Another Slow Sand. Another Atmosphere, which means last but not least, the last card is another Whirling Whale. Yep, most of these cards are doubled because they're really good. It's an air and earth deck. Rapasak, Sands of the Unseen, Royal Mipedian Academy of the Melee Arts, that's really good for Warbeast. Mipedian Oasis, Catacombs of the Conjurers, another Rampasak, another Royal Mipedian Academy of the Melee Arts, another Catacomb of the Conjurers, another Mipedian Oasis, and another Sands of the Unseen. So yep, same 10 locations, because they're the best I could think of for Mipedian Warbeast Strike deck. Now for music. Gear Glissando. This is actually going to help me a lot for certain annoying battle gear that I have in my deck that everyone told me only works for one turn, which you'll see soon. This is a trump card for it. Song of Shelter, really good for protecting from music and abilities. Melody of Mirage, to stop really high attacks, like if I'm battling my Underworld deck, Fire Ram won't do squat. Aethium of Stone, in case my Mipedians need Earth for one turn. Yep, even the music only lasts one turn. Same with Howl of the Wind. Their main job is to give them an element if they lost one, not to boost them. Trills of Diminution, that's to negate my Warbeast Recklessness in case of emergency, or another creature's annoying ability that you'll see soon. Notes of Netherwear. In the show, it was a generic music, but here it's a Mipedian music. Still pretty cool. A second Song of Shelter. Second Melody of Mirage, good for protection. And the best my favorite one, Fanfare of the Vanishing, in this deck. Now for the creatures and battle gear. A Destructizuka. Equip 2 Prince Mudinu, Champion of the Guard, to give him Earth. And like I said, this could be used to help because the Destructizuka only lasts one turn. If I use that and flip the battle gear face down before my turn's over, I can then flip it face back up to do battle again. So Dina will have Earth 5 twice instead of just once. It's the best I could think of. If anyone knows any other Earth gaining battle gear besides Diamond of Vlarik, I'd be happy to use it because I've already used up both of my Citadel Lodestones. Another Destructizuka for the same thing with Owaiki. They're meant to boost invisibility. Warbeast Power Leash for Uberon. Some people say you could pick a better Warbeast, but he's not bad. Fireproof and waterproof gave him extra energy. He's got air and earth. Yeah, there are better Warbeasts, but I've looked at some of the other ones, and if I put only the best Warbeasts I could think of in this deck, if there's a Warbeast you don't see, then it's not that good in my opinion. Sandstorm Shroud for the ultimate one. Koror. Like I said, I only put the best Warbeasts I could think of. A Mipedian Balladeur's Flute. This activates automatically to help give a Puli next from Magician, so now he'll have 20. He can reduce 20 recklessness. And if I did a 10-on-10 match, which you probably saw in my previous Mipedian Warbeast Strike deck, I'd put Koror in the second row, which is the line of 3. So because my Warbeast will in the front lines will obviously get hit by Music, which will boost his Magician counter up enough to tame Koror. A Drill Dozer, good energy booster for Alav. Boy, my tongue is twisted. He reduces damage dealt to Warbeast by 5, so that includes Music, attacks, and recklessness. Really good to have. These are the only 2 conjurers. Well, I actually added a 3rd conjurer, which I'll show later. But these were the best ones I could think of. Citadel Lodestone, like I said, are using 2. One for Gaftra. He can protect the conjurers, so he's always going to be by their side. And I've got some Royals in my deck, so he'll protect them as well from Music. Got a second Drill Dozer for a frontline fighter, Krillon. He's got good abilities and can banish creatures. He's an anti-Danian creature. Got a second Citadel Lodestone, which means I've used them all up. I need another battle gear that gives Earth that can work for the Mipedians. For Ninrin, the Flyer, who will fly over the front lines and can take out the Music users. And finally, a second Warbeast Power Leash. I thought about getting Zerium armor, but It's not as good as I thought it was. Some of you say it's good. I don't know. I think a Warbeast Power Leash is better for this creature. The ace of the deck, Blasvatan. And I noticed something. Almost all his stats are maxed out except his courage. Can you believe that? I got this on Amazon at random. He has max in all his stats except his courage. That's pretty awesome. And his courage is higher than Maxor's. So that's my original 10 creatures I'd put. Now for the extras. For extra music, a second gear glissando. It's meant to flip the Destructizukas face down because I can't think of any other battle gear to give them earth attacks. The earth element. Tune of Zerium. Sacrifice your battle gear. Return another battle gear from. Could use that if I already used the Destructizuka and lost one of my Warbeasts. Give them the Citadel Lodestone. Switch Rift. If one of my Conjurers is about to be attacked and I have a Warbeast that's not battling, I can switch them to battle. Yeah. Song of Translocation. Codemaster Krellin's favorite music. Which, like Notes of Netherwear, it's not a generic music, it's a Mipedian music, which is awesome. Even Maxor had a Song of Translocation in the show when the episode Rasnus Returns, if anyone's wondering. And a second fanfare of the Vanishing. 5 additional music. Now for battle gear, a Ravita flower, I give it 2. And like I said, I picked the 2 best minions for each tribe. Savell. It's risky putting him on my team because if my opponent has Marillions, he'll be forced to use his Brainwash effect and that'll destroy the Warbeast. But 2 extra musics should help. And it does. I could also have him team up with a Peli, so he'll have extra magicians just in case. But if my opponent's not using Aurelians, then boom. He's got 4 magicians, so 40 recklessness, and he already has air. It's pretty good. And Carl Chime Shard. This card can give Marillions or minions air, and it stays with them. Reveal it at the beginning of the game, so this is just like a Citadel Lodestone or Sandstorm Shroud. So it keeps the element. And the only other minion who I thought was good was Rasbima Darini, Marquis Darini's cousin or something, who has earth but no air, so this was perfect. Didn't have to waste a second Sandstorm Shroud. Yeah, I'm using minions, but for each deck, I'm only picking the 2 best minions I could think of. If someone asks, why not use a minion of Von Blute? Because I like the original one more. Magician's Lyre for Sylve. Like I said with Siren in my Underworld deck, they're just meant to cast music. Got a Gigantrooper, and that belongs to Enrahep. Yep, I got one. A High Muge. The High Muges in my other 2 decks are in my 10 team. I just couldn't find a strategy to use Enrahep, but I decided to at least have them. Have a High Muge in all my decks, and they all have a Gigantrooper since their energy's so low. And finally, a second Ravita flower because I couldn't think of any other good battle gear to give this creature. I could have done Zerium armor or some other way, but yeah. I decided to just go with a Revita flower to give some creatures some magicians. Gintani, the Forgotten. Yep, I have one. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Warbeasts. I think out of 11. I don't have Air Raid, Titanex, or Ixic. And in Fire and Stone, they're supposed to release a Scorpion Warbeast, but whenever we have to wait till Fire and Stone comes out. But I believe Chaotic will come back. So these are the extra 5 for a 15 deck, and my original 10. So this is my upgraded Mipedian Warbeast Strike Deck 2.0. Go to my profile if you want to see my Underworld Fire Warriors deck 2.0 that I posted last week. Well, I'll see you all again next time when I'll reveal my final deck. Till then, keep commenting, subscribing, and put the word out to bring Chaotic back. Because it is an awesome original card game. Doesn't feel like a ripoff of anything at all. Have a great day, everyone, and let's get chaotic.